Hey guys, so I just wanted to briefly touch on the absolute horror show that occurred last night. For those of you that don't know, Liverpool were 3-0 up at Sevilla at halftime and somehow contrived to finish the game 3-all. There was obviously a lot at stake in the game. A win for Liverpool would have meant that they would have qualified top of their group. And for now, things are still a bit murky because Liverpool could still theoretically go out of the group stages. The permutations are if Spartak Moscow beat Liverpool in the final game, Liverpool are out. If Spartak Moscow draw 2-2 and Sevilla win their game, Liverpool are out as well. So how we've got ourselves into this position, considering how relatively easy our group seemed on paper at least, is just beyond me. But it's typical Liverpool. And that's what I wanted to touch on. There seems to be a systemic issue at Liverpool. Through the core of the team, even the manager is just accepting mediocrity time and time again. And that's what has got us into this position. That's why we haven't won the league in so many years. That's why we've probably not come close to winning one for many years still to come. And it's because of the acceptance of mediocrity. I mean, Jordan Henderson, dearie me, what a shocking performance he put up last night. There's no leadership from him time and time again. How is he captain of Liverpool Football Club? How do we go from Steven Gerrard to Jordan Henderson? I mean, I'm sure he's a great bloke off the pitch, but quite frankly, I don't care. I want people who can perform on the pitch. And there's just no leadership from him time and again, especially in situations where we need it most. When we need someone to calm things down, to put their foot on the ball, to speak to the players, just get a bit of composure. Jordan Henderson is the last person that's going to do that. He crumbles when anyone puts him under pressure. And you could see it last night. You could see the Sevilla players target him, smell blood whenever Henderson had the ball, and then they just went for him. They just pressed him and he panics. He panics all the time. And I'm sure he's a decent squad player, but that's all he is. He's never going to be a starter for a top side trying to challenge for the league. He was in 13-14, but that's because we had a phenomenal attack in front of him. And we had fucking Flanagan at left back. That's how much our attack carried us through that season. So yeah, I just think it's time for a change in that respect. We need someone, a captain, a leader. And that's where the likes of Van Dijk would have come in handy in the summer. But we don't have him. Quite frankly, there's no one that stands out to me when I think of a potential replacement for captain at the time being. I was leaning towards Chan earlier on in the season, but now it looks like he's going to leave next summer on a free. I mean, even fucking Mignolet was our captain against West Ham. That's a disgrace to Liverpool Football Club. You cannot have players like Simon Mignolet, Jordan Henderson captaining your football club. I'm just not having it, and the fact that there's so little options to choose from tells you everything that's wrong with the football club. There's no leadership in the team at all. And I'm not saying that Klopp is completely infallible here because he picks the team. He's constantly picking Jordan Henderson in the side. Why wasn't Emre Can on the pitch from the get-go? We know he's better as a DM. We know Henderson can't play DM. It made no sense whatsoever to start Henderson in this game in that position. But he did it and we paid the price for it. And I'm not saying again that it's all Henderson's fault because Moreno had an absolute shocking game and he's been due one because he's been surprisingly good this season. The Moreno that we have come to know over the last 2-3 seasons manifested himself in the second half. Extremely poor from him. Defensively again, we just never look resolute. Even at 3-0 up last night, I swear this is the God's honest truth, I didn't feel comfortable at all. I just felt like something was bound to go wrong, and I knew that if Sevilla got the first goal, we would just panic and find a way to fuck it up, and that's exactly what we did. And this is not the first time. I think Klopp has lost points from 2-0 leads about 5 times in his span as a Liverpool manager, and that's not good enough. You cannot be in positions where you're 2-0 up, or even more in this case 3-0 up, and you don't find a way to get the result in such a costly game. This could really impact our season because if we get knocked out somehow in 2 weeks time, I think the game is, what's left to play for? Top 4 again for what? To put in another disgraceful performance in Champions League? There's no point. Teams like City, teams like Chelsea, even United, they don't drop points from these positions. They generally are able to control the rhythm of the game when they're 2-0 up, when they're 3-0 up, and they go on to see it out. We don't. We give the opposition impetus to attack, we invite them forward, and then we just crumble at the back. I'm sick of seeing it, and I'm sure we're going to see it a few more times this season until we get a proper centre half, a proper centre mid, and a proper captain. Until those 3 things happen, nothing's going to change at Liverpool. We're always going to be the team that flatters to deceive, go on a good run of form, look great, look outstanding, play some good football, but when it comes down to the pressure situations, when it comes down to the games that matter, we're going to crumble. We've seen it in the last 2 seasons, losing 2 finals. Last season when we were in a run for the title, we crumbled in January. Now obviously that was due to having a lack of squad depth, but it was also due to the fact that we just couldn't manage the pressure, we couldn't handle it. Straight off the top of my head, I remember the Bournemouth game last season where we were 3-1 up, managed to lose that 4-3 somehow. So yeah, this is not something that's a flash in the pan. This is something that has been occurring often and too often at Liverpool Football Club. Something needs to change. I don't think anything is going to change anytime soon until the personnel gets sorted out. No more Jordan Henderson as captain. Naby Keita's coming in next summer. I wouldn't say throw the armband at him straight away, but that's someone we've got to consider for the future. as a captain. Henderson for me is not going to cut it. He's never going to cut it. He's never has cut it as captain. Squad player, he's perfectly fine, but I do not want to see him having the captain's armband at Liverpool. For the time being, remainder of the season, who would I go for a captain? Then that's the thing, I don't really know who the alternatives are because there's just not enough leaders in this side. If I would have to give you a name, I would still give it to Chan even though he's leaving, just because I think he's a better option than Henderson, and maybe even giving him the captain's armband, giving him that responsibility might make him reconsider his future. We never know in this situation, so yeah, I hope we sort it out. I just don't see how things change when the personnel remains the same. And Jurgen Klopp needs to stop being so predictable with his lineups. He needs to change things around. Why is Gomez not playing centre half when he had the man of the match performance for England? He shouldn't be playing right back. He's not natural right back. You have Trent Alexander-Arnold there who's been doing alright this season. Put him in, put Gomez at centre half. At least we'll seem more assured at the back. So anyway, hopefully we don't pay the price for this absolutely shocking display. 2 weeks time we'll find out just how costly it is, but for the time being, another frustrating week being a Liverpool fan.